Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you the team order and strategy I used to do this ELDRAZHOR level 500 delve using the delve team. Not a bad one to do, I found it fairly straightforward. The strategy I used for this was Deep Huntsman, Deep Elven Rogue, and 2 times Matron Valeni. On all stages I used 1 times Medal of Anu and 2 times Orpheus. The reason you want a Orpheus medal is because these Elven Rogues, I think it is, yep, they're the ones that inflict the random status effects, and if one of them is something like Death Mark or Terror, that can really upset your team and even kill somebody effectively very, very quickly. So important to have those Orpheus medals. Regarding the team itself, Matron Valeni, a really good troop, does damage to an enemy with a 10% chance to kill them, boosted by cursed and webbed enemies. And she curses and webs an enemy when matching 4 or more gems. So with 2 of them on the team, that is 2 times that curse and web. So every 4 match, you're going to curse and web potentially 2 different enemies. Really good. That pushes up her chance of killing somebody outright. Now this is luck based to a degree, but basically with that times 4 ratio with the entire team cursed and webbed with that 10% chance, you've basically got a 42% chance of just killing them outright. That is pretty close to being 50-50, and it does work a lot of the time. So really cool, really good troop, like her a lot. For the rest of the time we'll be controlling the team and controlling their attack. This is really important to do. Like this troop here eliminates magic +1 attack from an enemy, then inflicts 3 random status effects. Those status effects could be Death Mark, Terror, Entangle, Silence, Web. Lots of really handy stuff can be afflicted upon the enemy, reducing their effectiveness. But it is important to reduce their attack as much as possible, as the enemies hit really hard regarding attack on these levels. Very dangerous indeed. Deep Huntsman is going to be used to explode green or purple gems, then curse and web the first enemy. The web is really important to keeping the enemy under control. For most battles, the way the enemy attacks, the amount of power or damage it does is going to be affected by its magic, and by reducing magic to 0, which is what web does, this would reduce this to explode 1 green or purple gem. Massive difference. This would be changed to eliminate 1 attack from an enemy. And again, and that would be like just virtually nothing. So really, really cool. Really important to keep the web going as much as we can by collecting and looking out for 4 matches. We'll keep the first troop cursed and webbed by casting this, reduce the attack of the enemies with this. If you cast this and the first troop becomes entangled, for example, then you start casting this on the second troop down in preparation basically for the first troop's death, to make sure the next troop down is then reduced attack at the same time. The other cool thing about Deep Huntsman is there's a 100% chance to summon a Tomb Spider on death. Now a Tomb Spider is a really cool troop. It's actually nearly as good as this one for this team in a way, but you keep this alive as long as possible. The idea is to survive with this team to at least the last stage, and then you've got a really good chance of success. The banner for this, I'm going to go for a +2 green, +1 brown, -1 red mushroom banner, because our Deep Huntsman is one of our most important troops. Let's dive in then, see what we can do. Looking out for 4 matches if we can at the beginning. Every single 4 match with 2 of these is going to curse and web 2 random enemies when matching 4 or more gems. That's why it's really important. And when you do that, you basically give Matron a much, much higher chance of getting that instant quick kill. But until then, we're going to be looking to reduce the attack of the enemy with this troop, make us safer from skull hits. They're doing a lot of damage right now, look. So let's get that reduced. Can web them at the same time. And let's do that to somebody else just in case. Things change. There you go. With everybody cursed and webbed now, this gives this Matron a much, much higher chance of working. The boost is 32. That's a 42% chance overall. Let's get on for 50-50. So that is really good. Let's take this Whack first. And see if Matron can do our job again. There you go. But now we need to cast this again on the top troop because of that summon. They've been entangled now as well, which is really useful. Gives us time to do other things. Shame that they're not webbed. But we've got a chance of getting a 4-match when we explode gems. I've webbed my matron, but hopefully our Orpheus medals will come into play. Yeah, because of that entangle, that is doing nothing right now, those skull hits. So cool. But now we have to make sure we get the next troop down. Reduced attack. So I really want green rather. Or blue. Good, that was enough. Let's chuck that on them. No status effects. I've included entangle again, so that is really cool. Because of the last two opponents, a single 4-match is guaranteed to curse and web them, so still got a chance of this working with Matron. Lower chance though. The less enemies you've got, the less chance it's got of working, because obviously there's less opponents to affect by that. Not a lot of point in taking that lightning gem. There's hardly anything there which we use regarding our colours. There's a handy little skull wallop. This dude's stealthy, so we're going to have to save this for the time when we kill that top troop. Which won't be long. Won't be long at all. Now we cast this. Reduce their attack. See if Matron gets lucky. Let's get that effect going on, that top troop again. Rendered rather ineffective. Apart from the status effects, do you have to be careful from them, because even though it's only like eliminate one attack, the status effects can still include stuff like Terror and Death Mark, which is really going to mess you up. And speaking of... oh dear. Oh god. That sort of thing just cracks me up in this game. I find it really funny. Speaking of Terror, they just ran off. Alright, we're gonna try and get rid of King Highforge, because he has a annoying spell, he has a summon, as well as do constant damage to the last two, so it's going to be important to get him webbed. That's going to reduce that damage down to just 3. Queen Isabel can be a bit iffy as well. Again, get her webbed if we can. So 2 of these matrons are so useful for this. The fact that we're going to get that curse and web on a ×2 basis. So anything about the Potion of Explosion? There was a nice 4-match there straight away, and the Potion of Explosion comes along and ruins it. Right, got a 4-match there. Happy days. Isabel's been massively reduced in effectiveness, but it's Highforge we want to be affected the most. Right, let's reduce their attack. Keep an eye out for any cascades which are going to cause a 4-match. Pretty much have to take things like that, unless that's there, we'll take that first. That is important to get Highforge affected. Let's reduce their attack again, not their attack rather. The Curse and Web. Or charging up the team. Alright, let's see if we get lucky now. We've got a full roster of everybody cursed and webbed. 32 is the boost, 42 is the chance. High Forge, be on your way, pal. Oh yes, that's what we like. Isabel? Just got away with it. She fluttered her eyelashes and escaped death. No, it's going to set him up for a skull hit, so I think we'll just take some regular blue. Again, don't want to give him a skull hit, so I'd rather take something I don't use. And that one uses yellow, so I might as well take... The second troop uses yellow, so I'll take that away. Not much green on the board. Isabel's been affected again. They've been entangled, the top troop, as part of those status effects. Really cool. Yeah, let's do this. That's a nice 4-match. Lightning Gem. Not much we particularly use in this line though, so not great. I'd rather do this. A nice 4-match. Hit that troop with that because A, they're first in line once I kill this one, and B, I'm going to be casting my matron on their Isabel. So if we manage to get her out of the way, it was kind of a waste producing the attack of her if we intend to get her clobbered as fast as we can. I'll take the lightning gem this way because we get the benefit of the match this way, as well as that red which may cause a cascade, as well as the lightning gem across here. Didn't do too much in our favour, but it's alright. We'll roll with it. See, he's like just giving 4 armour and 1 magic. Nothing, sunshine. Let's get some mana. And a lovely 4-match. Happy days. Your matron. She's hanging on by the skin of her whatsits. Let's get this reduced attack, because the other one's gonna be dead soon, like really soon. Keep that web going on so it reduces the effectiveness of his spell monumentally. Yeah, curse and web is really important to keep these two under control so they're less effective. was alright. That was alright. See if we get lucky with Matron. No. Isabel's got the knack of surviving right now. Let's get the curse and web going again. Make sure their effectiveness is virtually zero. Right, because Isabel's just surviving fantastically well, I'm going to start casting this on her, get her attack reduced. Having said that, still got to be a bit careful. Oh, she's run off. After surviving all those kill attempts from Matron Valeni, she's just decided she can't do it anymore. She's just run off at the last moment. Oh god, that's hilarious. Right, let's give them no attack. They're absolutely done for. Nothing you're going to do, mate. If you had any sense as well, you would also run off. Let's give it a that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. He's nearly done for. I'll do that anyway. He's being heroic. Look, he's hanging in there like it's going to make a difference or something. But it's not. He's done for. And through to the last stage with all troops and, importantly, still our summon. That's the cool thing about the top troop. That summon really is important. No, 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 Genie. I do not care to try my luck with you. So here, the important thing is to obviously reduce the attack of these troops again, same as before. You do have to watch out for things like this because that can reduce our attack as well by a massive amount. It's important to get that web going. Look out for 4 matches. And we'll try and deal with Matron Valeni as well because we don't want that chance for her to kill us coming into play. So I'm going to keep the Orpheus medals on. Have a little look around for any 4 matches. If not, we'll take something like that. Right, let's start reducing their attack. Really important. Curse and web has begun. Shame it did it to the first troop because you guaranteed it with this. And you have to watch out for things like them being terrified now as well, because even though we started to reduce their attack, if they're terrified and it comes into play, they'll move down 1, and then the troop that hasn't had the attack reduced will be budged up 1 effectively. So got to watch out for that. But it can work handy because then this becomes the first troop again. If that moved down 1 and Matron went up to the top, then in effect we can actually reapply that pretty quickly. Right, so let's go with the flow of what's actually happening though. Make sure their attack is reduced. Let's explode gems. Not a huge chance with Matron right now, it's only 16. So 26 altogether, just above a 25% chance effectively. But they are both charged, so when we explode gems and stuff, we're going to get collect mana again. Got to be in it to win it. That's now an increased chance of that. Let's go again. Didn't work. Never mind. Let's reduce their attack to Zifola. Now effectively safe from skull hits from them. And yes, got our second troop ready to rock and roll again. Hopefully our Orpheus medals will cleanse that off quickly, because exploding 1 gems is not very good. And you can leave some of the skull hits for the enemy sometimes when they've got 0 attack, because the AI nearly always takes them. Need a cleanse though, because I can't cast this right now either. So come on, Orpheus medals, do your stuff. Oh, we got cleansed off right at the last moment then. Right. Not too good for our matron. That's a good thing about her though, even though she's webbed, you've still got that same chance to automatically kill, so it's not like a bad thing. Obviously more damage is more damage. See if we get lucky again. Here we go. It's only a 1 in 4 chance. It's going to come in eventually. It's luck based, but it will work eventually. Especially while that top troop is got 0 attack and webbed, rendering them virtually useless. It's the best time to make the most of it. Right, the bomb troop will be stealthy, so we can't attack them. But let's have a pop at this one. No go this time. Let's start reducing their attack in preparation for the first one dying, or the troop in front. Quite a lot of delves is all about just being prepared for the next stage, if you know what I mean. What I'm thinking now is reduce the attack of this one, especially as this one's terrified now as well, because if they change places again, then suddenly the troop with the higher attack is going to be bumped up to the top. I mean, not going to leave them skull hits for them all day long right now while preparing the team for the rest of the battles, or the rest of the stages. Always cleanse off that web. Get the top troop sorted out again. Orpheus medals have kicked in. This is where it's good to get the reduced attack going again. Forgot that thing had that summon. Well, yeah, I'll get some of this. Give me a mana surge. Get their attack reduced. We'll leave my 4-match yellow if I do that. The AI isn't too smart on taking that sort of thing itself sometimes. Oops, there's a lot of damage. We'll take a skull hit here, I think. And this will get a lucky 4 match, which we will happily take. Right, so they're useless again. Regarding attack, we're back in the zone. We've been able to prepare ourselves for the rest of the battle. Nope, no go with the kill. That's okay, that's alright. Yeah, you hit me with them skulls. You waste your turns. And the second troop down now is got no attack either, so even if, or when we kill that top troop, we are effectively safe from skulls until we get to the last one. Let's generate some more mana. Every skull hit, they may as well be wasting their turn. The AI can't resist them. They just can't. If I can collect this, leave them a skull hit, and they'll probably take it. And for change it didn't. Left it for us instead. Generate more mana. This is the only thing, their bottom troop. Could have done with a 4 match somewhere. May explode gems, see if we get lucky with a 4 match, because that reduced attack can really slow things down towards the end of the game. Especially as our matron has already got 2 attack, our first one. That's going to slow things down later on. Make things potentially tricky. Get lucky? Oh no, we can't kill them because they're stealthy. Right, let's see if we get a lucky 4 match. Didn't. Our top troopers now only got 9 attack. Come on, matron. Yes. Several casts, but she got there in the end. But our skulls are now doing hardly anything, so we're going to have to rely on matron damage. Or a quick kill, something like that. There's the quick kill. So now we've got to reverse things round again. Make sure we reduce the attack on this one. Make sure they remain cursed and webbed. The trouble is our attack isn't doing anything anymore. We could almost do with this one dying and getting that summon, because the Tomb Spider is actually a really handy troop for this. They've been hunters marked. We're going to do extra damage on this with our 9 attack. Yeah, I don't mind if that top troop dies, to be honest. In fact, I might set him up for a skull hit. Reduce the attack a bit first if I can, when I'm recovered from being silencioed. Right, so let's reduce their attack anyway. Or curse and web rather. I always get these two mixed up for some reason. Alright, deal with getting the curse and web going again because they've recovered. Well, top troop's hanging in there like a trooper, but I kind of want it to die in a way. Let's take this one first, because otherwise the lightning gem would have spoiled that row that was on. I'm going to leave him that skull hit because I want the summon to come into place, because it's a much better troop than what's there now. That is a useless thing, so I'm just going to reduce our attack one more time, let that get killed. Now this is much better. 133 attack, full life and armor, inflict web, hunter's mark and death mark the first enemy and deal damage to them. So this is a much better replacement. Let's make their attack completely rubbish, he says, as it gets changed into Pan, which is a way more dangerous troop than what was there just then. This is why you can never count these things as done, because especially with that lycanthropy chance, which is just what happened, this is now a way more dangerous troop. But luckily it hasn't got the traits. Right, so from thinking this was absolutely bang under control and a done deal, because the enemy had no attack, we could web them constantly. Every 4 match was guaranteed web because they're the last opponent. Now been given a mythic troop which hits 3 of our enemies really hard, but we can keep them webbed. But don't really want the team order messed around with either, so yeah, it's just a bit of a setback. I think we're going to be alright, but let's see if we get lucky. 18% chance. Need to reduce that attack, which is pretty high right now. Let's click to this blue. Just 54 attack now, so not really a threat. Pan has been panned, basically. It's all over by the inevitable shouting. The fat lady's out the back. She's not singing just yet, but she's definitely getting warmed up. She's gargling away. She's doing her warm-up stuff. Let's just make his humiliation complete. Let's reduce his attack to 0. He thought he was being the hero of the hour coming in. Being Mr. Pan, the mythic, coming in to save the day for their team. No! Not on my watch. Not on my bracelet either. Har har. Right, anyway, so yeah, fairly comfortable to do. Just got to pay attention to certain things like reducing the attack of the dangerous troops, making sure they're webbed, and keep an eye out for those 4 matches. Really effective on getting the enemy cursed and webbed via Matron. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you press that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.